Hey guys, welcome to class. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to be working through some hip mobility and some hip strengthening. It is one of our emotional centers, and we have a lot of tightness that happens in the hips a lot of the times if we're not doing any stretching or anything to counteract a lot of the things that we do when we sit and drive and things like that. My name is Kyuri. Thank you. My name is Kyuri. Nice to meet you. So we are here at Yoga NoHo today filming this. So if you want to we're going to start in child's pose today. So if you'd like to set yourself up, just come onto your knees, open knees up nice and wide, and then bring your hands down in front of you. Lower the forehead down onto the earth. So since this is a class for hip mobility, I want you to pay attention to any of the sensations that happen throughout the movements that we will be going through today. And I want you to find your edge in every posture that we take, and I want you to play in that without taking it too far. We always want to make sure that we are maintaining a practice that is going to be good for us and beneficial to us, and it's not going to cause any pain or damaging or anything like that. So we're going to be moving mindfully, moving slowly. But before we start, check in with your breath here. Feel the rise and fall of your chest against your thighs as we begin to lengthen the breath a little bit more with each. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the heels as you start reaching the fingers forward, and then pick up the elbows off the ground so that you can really start lengthening through the spine and through the shoulders. Take another deep inhale breath as you fill up from the bottom all the way to the top. And then exhale, sink in. One more, inhale. And then exhale, sink in. Good. Slowly roll your body up onto tabletop, all fours. Knees are stacked underneath the hips, wrists are stacked underneath the shoulders, starting nice and slow with cat-cows at your ready. So inhale, drop your, broaden your chest, drop the belly, and then exhale, round it out. As you push the earth away, doming the back, tucking your tailbone underneath. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cow pose. So you can get a little bit more dynamic with the movements if you choose to. You can also roll into your child's pose in and out as you find your movements. As you flow through for 3 more breaths at your own pace. So good. Last one here. Good. Come into a neutral spine on your next inhale. You're going to press down into your left knee, and then you're going to bring your right knee and then bring it up out to the side laterally. And then exhale, lower. So it's as if you're peeing on a fire hydrant. Inhale, lift that knee as high as you can, keep it bent, and then exhale, lower. Try to keep the shoulders nice and neutral as you do it. Inhale, lift the hip. Find your edge, and then exhale, lower. Good. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, keeping the belly tight. 1 more. Inhale, open. And then exhale, close. Good. From there, you're going to inhale, lift the leg up, keeping a nice deep bend in the knee, and then flattening out the foot as if you're carrying a platter with the sole of your foot. From there, inhale, lift, and then exhale, knee to nose. Good. Inhale, lift the heel, lift the chest, coming in a variation of cow pose, and then exhale, cat pose, knee to nose. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. You got it. Last one. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, round. Gently lower that knee back down onto the ground. For every right, there is a left. So on your next inhale, your left knee opens out to the side. Peeing on a really tall fire hydrant. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Again, try to keep the shoulders neutral. Inhale, lift. The movement is having just in the hip. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale. Good. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Kick that left leg up and back. Chest up. Exhale, round it out, knee to nose. Good. Inhale. Kick the leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good, last one, inhale. And then exhale. Good, gently bring, come back into your tabletop position. We're gonna extend the feet out nice and long into your first plank position so that we can find our downward facing dog, so we know where our hands and feet should be. So since downward facing dog is all about the posterior back body, we're gonna open up our fingers nice and wide onto the mat, starting there. Pressing down into the fingertips and the top knuckles of the palms. And I want you to hug your triceps in and rotate your biceps forward so that it really broadens the top of the shoulders. Then from there, draw the ribs in so that can support your core as you send your hips up high. And then pedal your feet down one at a time if you're really tight in the hamstrings. If you're already pretty loose and you can ground your heels from here, take that. So good. Take another breath in. And a breath out. One more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the front. Open up your feet hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, bring your hands to your hips. So we're gonna do something interesting with our hips. So you can actually use your thumb against the sides of your hips and then your palms against the front of the hip flexors, and you can actually tilt your hip up and down so that it rolls your low back. Inhale, lift the tailbone up, and then exhale, just tilt it underneath. So anterior and posterior pelvic tilts, and then exhale, round. Because when you lift the hips up, you can really feel the stretch in your hamstrings without even having to lower down, and then exhale again as you round. Good, inhale, rotate the hip up, and then hold that there, and then exhale, find your fold. Good, take 3 inhales and exhales here. You can keep your hands at your hips or you can lower them all the way down to the ground. Good, take 1 more breath. Good, and then maintain that flat back. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And then exhale, release the arms. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. And then exhale, hands down, sit both your feet back into that high plank and take your first Chaturanga Dandasana on the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, just to start. And then exhale, tuck the toes and send your hips all the way up and back into your downward facing dog. So good. Take another breath in. And another breath out. So good. 1 more inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. So good. Exhale out. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the front. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands up, look up high. And then exhale, palms to heart center, Samastiti. 1 more, inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, sit both your feet back into that high plank. Take it on the knees. If you want to take it all the way, you can, you have that option. Inhale, cobra or upward. And then exhale, tuck the toes, come up onto the knees, and then up into your downward facing dog. Good. Take another breath in. And another breath out. Good. We're going to do a crisscross flow, and it's to help open up the back of the hips. So on your next inhale, your right leg is going to lift up towards the sky. And then exhale, knee to right elbow. And then left elbow. And then cross the foot in front of your left. Send your hips all the way back into your downward facing dog with crossed feet. Plant your right foot, lift the left leg high. Inhale. And then exhale, knee to nose, lunge it forward. Good. You're gonna take your back foot and step it forward, but behind the left. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Good, inhale, reach both arms up. And then exhale, find your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, step your right foot back. And then your left foot back and cross it behind the left. Good, and then inhale, lift the right leg back up towards the sky. And then exhale, step it forward. Good, cross the right foot over the left this time. Inhale, halfway. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, hands up, lift up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Good, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, send your left foot back since it's behind. Good, and then step the right foot back and step it behind the left foot. So good. Inhale here. And exhale. Good, now lift the right leg up since it's behind. And then exhale, step it forward. Good, step the left foot behind the right this time. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, come all the way up, hands up, look up as you reach. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Good, inhale, reach both arms up. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Left foot's in the back, so send the left foot back. And then right foot behind the left. Good. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale out. Good. Kick the right leg all the way up towards the sky. And then exhale, knee to nose. Good. Step the foot forward to meet the hands, and then you're going to drop that back knee. Good. You can take your right hand over to your right knee, and you're going to push that knee away. And then maybe come over to the knife edge of that outer right foot. So good. Find your breath. Good. Gently bring it back to neutral. Good, and then send your hips all the way back into half Hanuman. So flex the toes up towards the sky. Start to bring the weight back into that into your left leg. Come up onto the fingertips. If you need to use the blocks, you can do so here. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. And then exhale, hinge from the hips as you lower down. Good, inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Good, 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale. So good, exhale. Good, walk your hands forward, come back into that front leg. Tuck the toe, lift the back leg up. Good, and then rotate that back foot down, and then you're gonna walk your hands all the way over to the center line as you rotate the right foot forward and find your prasarita, forward fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift, hinge from the hips. Exhale, lower down. Good, you can keep using your hands to lower yourself down. Again, the focus is in the hips. So take your attention there, take your breath there as you create more space. Good, take one more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift here. And then exhale, walk your hands over to the front of the room again as you come back into that lunge. Good, send your right foot back to meet the left. Take it high to low. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, send it all the way back into your downward facing dog. So good, take another big inhale here. And exhale, open mouth, let it go. Good, inhale. And then exhale, let it go. So good, last one, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. And then exhale, knee to nose. Good, lunge it forward to meet the hands. Good, and then the back knee is gonna come down. Back knee comes down. You're gonna take your left hand over to your left knee or thigh and then just gently press that away as you come over onto the knife edge of that left foot. So whenever putting direct pressure down onto the knee, we're always just gently guiding the knee away. As we create space and breathe into those tight spaces in the hips. So good, last 2 breaths. Good, last one. Good, gently bring that knee back to center. Frame that foot, and then slowly start to send the hips all the way back, coming into half Hanuman. Inhale, halfway lift here. And then exhale, fold. Taking 3 nice long inhales and exhales here, wherever you might be. Just keep pulling that left thigh bone into the hip. Keep flexing the left toes. And take 1 more big inhale. Last big exhale. Good, and then slowly walk your hands forward, and then bring the weight back into that foot. Tuck the back toe, lift the back leg up, and then cycle that back foot around so you can Prasarita the other way. Good, and then inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Good, if you'd like to just take it in the center, you may, but we did do this fold already on the other side, and this is essentially not an asymmetrical posture. So if you'd like to go a little bit left and right, and just play within your range and explore the hip joint, please do. Because this is your body and ultimately your practice. So wherever you are, breathe in deep. And bring the focus back into the hips in whatever movements that you're trying to do here. So good. 1 more big inhale. Finding the depth for 1 more exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, walk your hands back over to the front of the mat, framing the left foot, cycling the back foot. Pick up your left foot, ascend it back. And then exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, find your upward. And then exhale all the way to your downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in. So good, and breath out. Good, big breath in. So good, big breath out. Last one, breath in. And breath out. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way to standing, hands up, look up high. And then exhale, hands to heart center, samasti to heat. All right, we're gonna get into chair pose here. And this is gonna be legs as much as it is hips. So I want you to take 1 block, and I want you to place it between the thighs. All right, and I want you to take the second block, and I want you to place it about 6 inches behind your butt. So this is gonna be level 1, the easiest, second, and then the hardest, we're gonna sit. So knowing that eventually we want our butt to tap the block, that's what we're gonna have it behind us for. This is to help activate the thighs as we do our chair pose. So it doesn't have to be this way, it could be this way if you want. Just make sure that it's not hitting the knees. Yeah. And then step about 6 inches in front of your block. There you go. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up, squeeze the legs. And then exhale, sit low. And sit as low as you can until your bum taps the block behind you. And then inhale, lift halfway. And then exhale, sit. So it's just that up and down motion. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit, as low as you can. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit. Good. Inhale, lift, halfway. Exhale, sit. Last one. Inhale, halfway. And then exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your hands, step your feet. Well, you don't have to step. You can actually step over the block, hop it. And then lower down. Keep the block between the thighs. Inhale, upward. And then exhale, downward. So good. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Good. We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, hop, 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 all the way to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up to standing, hands up, look up, high reach. And then exhale, sit deep into your chair, all the way down. Good. Inhale, halfway. And then exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. Last one. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, hands down. If you have to rotate your block, you can do so, and then step all the way back, hop, hop, hop. And then high to low plank. Inhale for upward. And then exhale for downward facing dog. If you still have that block between the thighs, reach through your legs, remove the block. Yes, and then turn your right leg up towards the sky. So your right leg is up, and then you're gonna bend the knee as much as you can. And then imagine that there's a Sharpie point at the end of your knee, and you're gonna make big hip circles. So imagine there's a marker at the tip of your knee, so that's you're trying to create the biggest circles you can. So even coming all the way down, out to the side, almost to your nose, and then back up. So big range of motion, not small. Take the circle the other way. Good, then kick that leg over so you're stacking the hips. And then if you'd like to flip it all the way to your wild thing, you may do so. Plant the right foot back, nice and gentle. Lift the hips, lift the chest. So good, take another breath here. And then exhale, lower the right hand back down, come back into your three-legged dog. And then exhale, lower. Left leg lifts, inhale. And then exhale, bend the knee. Good. Once you have the bent knee, make the big circles. So imagine there's like a marker or like a Sharpie at the end of your knee, and you're trying to make the biggest circles you can, coming into the ranges of your hips. So good. Now take it the other way for 3. 2. And 1. Good. Inhale. And then kick it over. Wild thing, if you did it on the other side. Lift the hips. Lift the chest. Be nice and light on that left foot. Good. Take another breath in. And then exhale, flip yourself over into that downward facing dog, 3-legged. And then exhale, lower. Good, take another breath in. And a breath out. Good, one more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the front. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold. Good, inhale, root to rise, hands up, look up as you reach. And then exhale, hands to heart center, Samasti, Tihi. Good, we're gonna come to 2 balancing postures. We're gonna start with tree pose. So plant down into your right foot, nice and firm. Maybe open up your fingers, open up your toes, and then grip the mat as if you're trying to scrunch the mat from under you. Once you have that stabilized, you can kick your left stand out, your left foot out like a kickstand, and then maybe bring that up to the shin if you find stability. If you're stable there, hold there. If you want to take it a little bit higher, take it up to the thigh. And if you get it to the thigh, really press that foot into that thigh so they're pushing in towards each other. Bring that knee out, open it out, and breathe. If you'd like to grow your tree, grow tall. If you want to be an expressive tree, express yourself and flow. But find your focus, find your breath. For 3 more. 2. So good, 1 more. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, slowly lower the arms, and then lower that leg towards the ground. Good. Shake out the feet. And then when you're grounded, ground into your left. Maybe come up, lift the toes up and grip the mat, and then kickstand with your right foot. Stabilize into your left foot first, and then lift up to the calf. That's good, stay there. If you want to take it a little bit higher to the thigh. But once it's at the thigh, press in. Your left leg is pushing into the foot, and the right foot is pushing into the leg. And then rotate that knee out to the side. When you find your focus and your spot, grow your tree. And express it any way that feels good for you. So good. 3, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower the arms, and then lower the leg. Shake it out. All right, that was just the first step for the balancing. We're gonna get into a little bit of dynamic movements in our balance. So we're gonna ground into both feet. You're gonna lift your right leg first, so know that. You're gonna ground into your left foot, and then inhale, both arms up. And then exhale, the right knee is gonna come up and the arms come out at 90. Inhale, open the arms, open the knee. And then exhale, close it out. Inhale, lift the arms and then send that right leg back, back arch. And then exhale, hands down, legs down. We'll do it like that. Inhale again, arms up. Exhale, 90 to knee. Inhale, open it up to the sides. Exhale, close it out. Inhale, send the leg back, lift up the chest. And then exhale, lower. Good, 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms at 90, lift the knee. Inhale, open up the knee and the chest. Exhale, close. Inhale, send it back. And then exhale, draw it to center. Good. On the left, ground the right foot this time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, legs to 90. Good. Inhale, open. Yes. Exhale, close. Some scars don't help all the time. Inhale, open, lift the chest. And then exhale, lower. So good. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, 90. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, close. Inhale, reach, lengthen. And then exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You got it. It's like a dance now. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, lower. Good. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. So good. Come out a little bit wider onto the mat, into front of the mat. We're gonna come into Malasana. So if you need a block, you can grab it, it's already there. Find your squat. So if you need a block, set one underneath your bum at any height that you need it to be. And we typically do keep our elbows at the knees to help them open. But instead, we're gonna not passively stretch them, we're gonna have them actively do it. So instead, reach your arms forward. And then use your hips to open the knees out in opposite directions. So all of a sudden, your arms aren't doing the help, it's your hips. And that's where the work should be. So breathe. If you have to adjust your feet, adjust your feet. Wherever you are, keep bringing the knees out in opposite directions. Find that opening, lengthen the spine, and breathe. 3, 2. Good, one more. Good, inhale here. And if you can safely make it into your bum from this position, make it onto your bum. Bye. So good. And bring your blocks out to the side. We're gonna do 90-90s. So just check out the legs to start. Roll your femur in the hip joint. Good. And then you're gonna bring your feet up onto the floor. Bringing the knees up as wide as, not as wide as you can, but pretty wide. From there, you can either, if you're not very flexible, you can use your hands so that you can flatten out the back behind you. But if you can do it seated, that's good too. So wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, bring both knees to the right. Good. And then inhale, center. And then exhale to your left. Inhale. Again, to the right. Good. Inhale. And then to the left. Good. We might need our hands for this next one. Inhale. And then exhale again to the right. Good. And if you need your hands, you can put the hands there, grip into them, and then pick up that left foot. Just the foot, not the knee. Yeah. Good. And then send it the other way. So you'll feel the rotators in your hips really working when you lift that foot. So send it the other way, and then pick up the right foot this time. And then lower. Oh, yeah, send it, bring it back to center. Exhale right, last one. Pick up the left foot. Drop, and then the other side. Good, and then pick up the right foot. Good, bring it back to center. Shake out the legs. So good, extend the legs out in front of you. Paschimottanasana. Well, Dandasana to Paschimottanasana. Bring your hands by your side, sit up nice and tall. Lengthen the spine, flex the feet. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up, keeping everything the same. And then exhale, find your forward fold. Good. Good, opening up into the hamstrings. You keep lengthening the spine forward, using your feet with your hands as leverage to find length and depth with your inhales and your exhales. Good, let's take one more breath in. One more exhale out. Good, and then inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, come up to seated. Chatuspadapidam or Purvottanasana. Reverse tabletop or reverse plank, just to counter the forward fold. So when you're ready, bring your hands to lower behind you, and then lift the hips up as high as you can. Good. Breathe, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, and then exhale, lower. Good. We're gonna come into Janu Shirshasana. So bring your right foot into your inner thigh. Good, and I'm gonna give you 2 options. So we can do Janu Shirshasana or Maha Mudra, which is really great for women. So Janu Shasana will just be a typical forward fold with that right knee open out to the side. Maha Mudra will be out to the side a little bit more so that we're past a 90-degree angle. It's about closer to 120, and it'll be a lateral bend. So depending on who you are and what your body needs, you can try both, or you can just try one and see how your body likes it. Or you can move between the two. And find your breath. If you need support under that right knee, use a blanket or a block, just like Yi. And again, play within your range. So good. Last 2 breaths, wherever you are. So good. One more. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up. Good. And then exhale, extend the right leg. Bring the left foot into the inner thigh. If you'd like to add a little shake in between, you can. I'm not going to stop yet. Good. And then set yourself up the way you need to, whether it's a 90 degrees or 120, Janu Shasana or Maha Mudra. And you can either find that lateral bend if you're really tight along the sides, or if you're really tight in the back, you can also just find the forward fold. But if you'd like to move through it dynamically, move through it. And just notice the subtle differences between the left and right side. That's the one really amazing thing about asymmetrical poses. We get to really tap in on the differences that our body has between the left and right, the forwards and the backs, and things like that. So check in, take notice as you breathe and move. Good, last 3. Good, 2. Good, 1 more. Good, inhale, release, and come all the way back up. Good, and then extend the left leg. Give it a nice shake. Good, now let's put this and this together. Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together. If you need the blocks and you need it for Janu, you can also place them at your edge, wherever your edge may be. Good, and there's no rule that says your feet have to be really close. If your hips are really tight, you can also bring them out and give them more space. And then take a deep inhale as you lengthen the spine. And then rather than lengthening, start to round out from the lumbar, the thoracic, and the cervical, as you begin to lower yourself down. And then just keep opening the knees down towards the earth as you find your breath. Our come out of this is just going to be a nice slow roll up, rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slow, stacking them one at a time from the lower lumbar to thoracic and the cervical. Good. And then bring your hands to your knees. Just allow your knees to come to a close. So good. And then bring your feet out a little bit farther so that you can cross your right ankle over your left knee. If you want to do that flat, you can do it here. So cross your right ankle over the left knee. And then you're going to slide that left foot up. And the more you slide it up, the more you might have to lean back. So this is seated pigeon rather than reclined. So dorsiflex that right foot so that it supports the right knee. And then just keep pushing that right knee away from you. And then if you can't feel it, keep walking that left foot closer and closer. And then maybe come up into your hands a little bit higher. And then keep that back nice and flat as you keep pushing that right knee away. If you still can't feel it, you can also adjust your legs over to the left just a hair, and you'll feel it there. And if you'd like to find a little bit of dynamic movement, you can also rock it instead of just holding in the stretch. Back and forth. Acknowledging anything that might come up in this space. Breathing into the tension rather than clenching up against it. Allowing things to flow rather than allowing things to block. And use the breath as the tool to get you there. Good. Gently release that leg by extending the left leg all the way back down towards the earth. Uncross that ankle, and then cross the left ankle over your right knee. And then slowly start to slide the right foot back until you find a nice situation where you're at your edge. Flex the left foot to support that knee, and then press that knee away from you. And then if you want to find that gentle rock, or if you can't feel it still, you can always adjust by shifting both legs over to the right just a little bit, and you'll feel it there. But tap into that felt sense here, since we are here for a little bit. Take notice of the sensations that are happening in the hips as you find your movements, so that you can get to know yourself a little bit more. Because there's muscles and things that are going on inside that we can't tap into all of it. It's crazy. So maybe something will spark for you today if you take notice. Good. One more breath. In and out. Last one. Good. Then slowly start to unwind by extending that right leg back down towards the earth. Uncross the legs, shake it out. Good. Remove the blocks away from you, and then you can slowly lower down onto your backs. Which I can't because I have a microphone and I forgot. Good. So you just hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself some love. Decompress the low back. That was a lot on the hips. So if you'd like to make some circles with the knees, please do so because it feels pretty good. And whether that's both knees going in one direction or having them open and close, we have both people doing two different things, so they're great examples. So good. Good, and slowly ground the feet onto the ground. We're gonna do bridge pose to end the class, but we're gonna do it with the block. So place the block between the thighs, just like we did in chair pose. And that's gonna help keep working the abductors in the legs as we do our bridge. So tuck the shoulders underneath, create a nice flat platform, lower your hands down to the ground or lace the hands underneath the hips. On your next inhale, lift the hips high as you squeeze the block between the thighs. And breathe. For 5. 4. Squeeze. Yes. 3. So good. 2. Good. One more inhale, lift a little bit higher for the last one. And then exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow, back onto the back. Place one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. Allow your spine to come back to neutral before we bring your knees back into our chest. Feel the rise and fall of the chest and the hand. Good. Gently remove the block from between the knees. Good, and we're gonna come into Apanasana. So we're gonna bring our hands to our knees and remove the block if you can keep it there if you really like it. But we're gonna do a forward and back in Apanasana. So inhale as you grab your knees, and then pull the knees as far away from you as you can until your shoulders are off the ground, but your head stays down. Good, take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, bring the knees into the chest and relax the shoulders. Relax the shoulders, relax the shoulders. Yes, good. Inhale, pull the knees away from you. And then exhale, hug it in. Good, 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Do a few more at your own pace while I explain Apanasana. The Apana lives in our lower abdominal cavity, and it is responsible for our elimination. So pooping. So a lot of the times if we have blockages and things, if we're not eating the right foods, if we're taking in too many toxins, our digestive system can be erratic. So Apanasana, if you're constipated, if you're having issues that way, it helps to create that nice, seamless elimination. Because whatever we take in has to come out, right? Whether it's breath or food or anything else. Good, take 1 more round. So good. Slowly lower the feet back down onto the mat. But just like we did 90-90s while we were seated, you're gonna bring your knees nice and wide onto the mat. So, I'm sorry, bring your feet nice and wide and bring your knees nice and wide. There you go. From there, we're gonna take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, just lower your right knee down towards your center line. But I want you to press your knee as far down into the mat as you can so that you can feel the front of your right hip all the way up to your maybe lower right abdominal cavity. Feel it stretch. Good, inhale, lift that right knee up. And then exhale, just the left knee down. And then pull that knee forward and away from you towards the earth, and you'll feel a stretch again all the way up into the front of that left hip, into the lower abdominal cavity on the left side. Good, gently pick up the left leg. We'll do it 1 more on each side. Drop the right knee down. Good, last one. Good, take 1 more breath on the right. Good, then pick up the right knee, and then just your left one, bring it again down the center line. Then press that knee down and away from you so you can feel the stretch all the way up into the front of that left hip. Good, gently bring it back to center. Shimmy your feet and your knees together. Extend your left leg out to the out in front of you, and then bring your right knee into your chest. Good. Give it some love, creating some space in the low back. Good, then grab the back of the thigh or the knee or the calf or the ankle or the toe, however far you want to go, and extend the leg up towards the sky. Eka Pada Supta Parangustasana. Keep that left leg really active as you press that calf into the earth and as you find that stretch. Take another big inhale here. Keep your left hand on the left hip, keep that grounded, and then open up that right leg to the right side. There you go. Good. But again, only go as far as that left hip can stay down. So maybe squeeze your right butt cheek, and then that will keep your hips a little bit more equal. Yes. Good. And breathe. 3, 2. Good, 1 more. Inhale, bring it back to center. And then exhale, bend the knee. Good, hug it into the chest. Rock it out, roll it out, and then bring the left one up to meet the right. Roll out anything that you need before you take it to the other side. Extend the left leg down to the earth as you hug the left leg in. Give it some space first. Create some space in the low back before moving on to the next. If you'd like to roll out the hip, you can do so. And then find the extension at your ready. So whether it's you grabbing the back of the thigh or the knee or the calf or the ankle or the toe, find where you are and then activate that right leg into the earth. Bring your right hand to that right hip to help keep that hip grounded, and then squeeze your left butt cheek as you open up that leg out to the left. So again, only opening up as far as you can keep your right hip down. Find your breath. A little bit tighter on the left there. Taking 2 more big inhales and exhales here, the biggest ones yet. Yes, one more. Good. Gently bring that back to center. Stretch the leg, and then exhale, hug it in. Good. Roll out that hip. You can use your other knee, bring that knee into the chest as well, roll it out. Any final movements? Happy baby might be a good one. Just a suggestion. Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the knees out, butterfly position on your back is also a good one. Any final movements that'll help you settle into your final resting place? Taking our final 3 breaths wherever we need it. Good. Good. Find your final movements in your next 2 breaths. For finding yourself in your final resting place, our Shavasana. Welcome to the beginning of the end of our practice, Shavasana. We can call this the laziest of them all when it comes to the physical practice, but it might be the most difficult. Mentally, emotionally. Because when we are able to create a physical release, we are able to get out of our heads, even if it's just a moment, maybe even if it's just for the length of a breath. We find ourselves in the complete and utter present moment. So now that we get out of the physical and into the mental emotional, allow the lines of the body to start to blur between you and the mat and the earth. Everything physical begins to soften as the legs just relax and the feet turn out. The body falls heavy. The muscles around the face and the eyes and your jaw begin to relax. Because in more of a still state that we can find ourselves in, the more our minds actually begin to race. And that is what we're trying to see here. Seeing the thoughts that come and go without our control, acknowledging that they are there and that this is where we are. But when we are able to pay attention to the thoughts that come and go, we can discover something about ourselves, and it doesn't matter how long we've been us. We can be 10 years old or we can be 60. There is always something new to discover. So take one last big inhale. Soften the jaw, exhale, open mouth. and even allow that breath to come back to its natural pace. As we take a moment to let go fully and to be the seer, so that we may just be. So we're going to slowly begin to come back. Taking a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Wiggle through fingers and toes. And if a full body stretch does call to you today, extend both arms up overhead as you find length and reach. Acknowledging or noticing any subtle differences between pre and post practice before making your way into your comfortable fetal position, whether it's to your left or your right. If Shavasana marks the end, coming back in fetal position marks the beginning. So no matter what kind of day we had or what kind of morning we had, this is our way of being able to come back how we need and how we want. So whatever intention that you need to set for yourself today, set one here. Curl up the edges of your lips as you slowly make your way into your comfortable seat. Gently bringing your hands to heart center, knowing that gratitude is going to be such a great tool for us to get through this time. Acknowledging where we are in our practice and where we are in our bodies, and being grateful that we are able to practice this way. Thank you so much for joining me and for moving in a way that feels good for you. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope it felt good. Anything you need, let me know. Thank you so much.